What's up, everybody? Podcast 41 here, and it's my first podcast being filmed live on YouTube. Guys, before I start, I want to shout out this episode of the podcast is sponsored by Koshiki Karate Do. Guys, I'm a kickboxing coach there. We are a karate dojo. We specialize in self-defense, kickboxing, MMA. I teach one-on-ones over there, striking. So if you are trying to learn how to defend yourself, you're trying to learn how to learn some basic boxing, striking, you're trying to learn how to defend yourself in the street. So if you're out there and just want to learn any kind of self-defense, get in shape, hit me up. Follow me on Instagram, Asad D Rizvi. Follow the dojo on Instagram, Koshiki Karate Do. So yeah, let me know. Guys, without further ado, I want to introduce my guest. Guys, yes. I am with my best friends. I am with my best friend since I was a young lad. Best friends forever.
This is a brotherhood. This is a brotherhood,
okay?
Let's go back.
Without further ado, I want to introduce my brother, Eddy Brienzo.
Saad, thank you so much for having me, man. I'm so stoked. I've been waiting to do this forever, it feels like. Been watching it, listening. I'm super excited, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And now I'm
back. I made it back.
Yes. Emilio.
I thought you were going to get too cool for me.
Yeah.
And you're never going to invite me back.
Oh, come on. Stop, bro.
Honestly, I would have done that. I mean, now you're out.
I should have.
I would have done that to myself.
Hey, who's this guy?
Hey, he grew his hair out.
I know, right?
Yeah,
like, he thinks he's something different.
Emilio Montez, my best friend.
Yes.
Both of my best friends. I appreciate you guys being on. Guys, we're here. We're live. We're in downtown.
We're here with your hat. This is a nice studio.
New hat aside.
When I did this with you, we were in your office doing it off your phone.
Yeah.
I was on a couch.
Yeah.
And now
it was actually my casting couch.
Now we're between two ferns.
Yes, we are. Is this
shout out
ferns?
Well, I'm just shouting out Zach Galifianakis a little bit.
Are these ferns?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Are they?
It
looks like plant people. Are they ferns?
Kevin, are these ferns?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Jamie, pull that up. Hey, Jamie, pull that up, Jamie.
This kind of looks like it's bamboo.
Bamboo? I don't think that's bamboo.
But
I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
Oh wait, no, they're not real.
Oh, it's not.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think it was ever real.
Shit.
What is real?
I don't know.
That's how we started it. what is real? I like that question.
Not you. You're kind of fake sometimes. Yeah,
Oh.
let's get real right now.
We're getting into it. Let's go.
Kidding.
I'm coming at you right now.
He's a great friend.
Damn.
Bro?
That's heartless, man. How you gonna do him like that?
Real quick. I have been fake
I had to
sometimes.
get it off my chest. I was waiting to expose you in front of everybody.
I think.
On your fucking podcast.
Look, to be honest, he's just like.
Look, here's a question: should one tell the truth 100% of the time?
Well,
no.
No.
Thank you, bro.
Okay,
You're calling me out like it's a bad thing. Maybe I was just trying to save you from
I was kidding. All right, well maybe.
Nah. Hey, Kevin. Hey, podcast. I'm just kidding. Podcast over.
Wait. Okay. But we're best friends here. Like, why would you not want to be honest almost 100% of the time with each other?
Almost.
But you're right though. Not all the time. We're gonna be completely honest.
I believe strongly in a white lie.
Emilio and I had this conversation for hours.
I'm very curious. Okay, do you have a description or an example? Like, what would be your white lie to us right now if you were to come up with it? Like,
just tons of things. Just
things
that you don't need to know, and it would just kind of like hurt your confidence a little bit.
So
for no reason.
So it's like a personal thing to that person, or to you?
It could be. Yeah. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's a question. All right, so
I just want to keep my friends' moods happy at all times. But if it's something they need to know,
yeah,
and if it's fuck with their course of life, then I'll
but if I come to you and like I need your 100% opinion, I expect you to be 100% honest. Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, if you ask me for
100% yeah, I'm not gonna.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely,
fair enough.
Okay, so here's so I'm at the point now where before I always I recently went on this retreat in regards to I've told you guys about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I had no reason to not be 100% honest with you two for sure in regards to how I'm feeling about a situation.
For sure.
And so let me dive into that. So let's just say you guys are out. You guys are going out. And I am tired or I just don't want to go or I genuinely have something, right?
Yeah.
Before I would try to genuinely make like some kind of excuse like, sorry, bro. Like I got family at the house. Or,
yeah,
like,
your aunt.
Sorry, my aunt. Right?
Explain your story. They don't get the aunt.
They don't have the aunt thing.
Okay, well I'll get into it. So I went on this retreat and they were like who will genuinely be there like through like like through 100% honesty. And I was like, okay, like I feel like with you two, if I just sort of guys, I'll be honest with you, I'm beat. I just don't want to go.
Right.
you guys aren't gonna be mad at me.
Yeah, we'll be like, for sure, man. Like, rest up. Like, that simple, you know?
Exactly. So, and growing up, I was always in this point of like performing, right? Like, I gotta make sure my friends like me. I gotta make sure my friends like me. I'm like, bro, my friend. And then now I just come to it, like, bro, my friends do fucking like me.
You finally believe it.
Yeah, exactly. And what's funny, me and Emilio have talked about it, right? It's like, bro, Emilio knew when I was bullshitting. He just like was like, hey, bro, no worries.
Yeah.
You know
There's there's a few times where I did like call you on your shit, but like,
a few times
other
where you
than
did
that, I just kind of knew it. I don't know. It's one of those things you just kind of accept it. I love you for who you are, and you kind of just black that out.
And growing
like you
up,
already accept them. So like, Emilio, like you said, he knows.
You, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, growing up, obviously I was in like a household where, you know, there was more rules. I grew up in a, you know, Pakistani household where it's like, hey, bro, like, why are you home? Why you don't gotta be out till 2 a.m.? Like, it's like, you know, it's like, fuck, like, I gotta like tell my friends, like, shit, like, I can't be out that late. But like, whatever, man. I'm at the point now where I can be 100% honest to you guys in regards to some situations, right? But let's just say there's a certain situation where, like, fuck, if this information gets to Eddie, the 100% truth, it'll fuck him up.
Yeah.
And I've made this mistake before.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck who up?
Like, for example, use me for an example.
Oh, just any.
Yeah.
So let's just say there's something I should tell Eddie that's the truth, but I know if it's the truth, it'll fuck him up. I've made this mistake with you.
Yeah.
So
no, but I don't see it as a mistake anymore.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So but it's like, is it necessary? You know? And it's like, and this is actually, you know, for people listening, I want you guys to like put your opinions in the comments or like reach out to me, DM me, like. Yeah. Would you want your friends to be 100% honest with you, even if the truth
is gonna hurt them?
I think most people would say yes.
Okay, but do they mean it? Is the question.
Yeah, I think everyone would say yeah. That's an easy answer to give, but like honesty and how they feel about themselves.
Because I'll be honest with you two. Like, here's the thing. Let's just say there was like something bad that happened, right? That is over with. You know, it's over, and like you guys, you know, said like, should we tell us all the truth? Should we tell us all the truth? Even though the situation's over and you know it's not a hindrance to my life, but if you brought it up, it would be, and it would fuck me up. Yeah. It's like, Yeah,
like petty shit I won't tell you about. Like if we work together and there's like a coworker talking shit about you.
Exactly.
There's like a little thing, and like I just know like in like the long run, this is gonna cause unnecessary drama.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't say anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Unless you guys are like tight, I don't know.
I think circumstances really vary on that. Like, you know, it's like we say something now, but like
fucking depends.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, anything matters on circumstances. Like with your friends and not your friends, your coworkers, you know, your family. I think circumstances is like everything in life. I think that's what makes us like. I think our decisions during those times define us as people overall. It's like how we handle things when it happens and how it happens. Right. So I think like end of the day, it's like us three, no matter what, we know like we understand each other. So however honest we are, like we know it's our best interest.
Yes, and I was actually gonna get into this. Is something I was thinking about in regards to what I'm gonna say tonight. Yeah. Right? Where, you know, I'm truly genuinely grateful for the friendship that us three have, because even if we do fuck up, like
then we're not perfect.
We know who each other are, right? Yeah. Like if Emilio tells me something fucked up or says something fucked up, it's like I'm not gonna define that thing. Like I'm not gonna define Emilio on that thing. Like I kind of worded that wrong, but like
no, I know exactly.
Like whatever he says, I'm gonna be like, oh, Emilio's like this. Yeah. Like, no, I know his interests.
Yeah, exactly.
He has my best interest in mind.
Exactly.
You know, intentions. Exactly. And it's kind of scary because nowadays, like in 2020, like when you're meeting new people, it's like. What like you can meet cool people, example. But it's like, what is the genuine intention?
That's actually a perfect example how you said that. Meeting new people in this day and age is like almost scary because it's like
you don't know the intention.
You don't, and you just like you almost like forget who you are because you want to just stay back and just like not voice who you are because you're scared that like you're gonna be the next person that says something wrong that you don't mean to be wrong, but to them or to the crowd, it's like, oh my gosh, you just said that, you know?
Yeah. Hey, like, but on the real, do you guys think we'll be friends forever?
Oh, for sure. I have that in every attention.
Genuinely, bro, things would have to really go south.
Honestly, the fact that you said that gets me worried.
I don't know. What if I got a hat like you?
Well, then I would say you don't look as cool as Assad, but it's okay.
That'd break us up.
Well, if that breaks you up, then I slap your face and be like, get it together.
I come with a hat and then I just come in here and stuff.
Okay, what if I come in with a leather jacket then? Yeah, what if I come in with a leather jacket? That's better than yours.
The question is, who pulls off what? The best.
Hey, all right. I met this guy at a bar, and like he let me try on this bowler hat. I could pull off a fucking bowler hat.
What's a bowler hat?
It's like
what? I don't know what that is.
It's like a fuck. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a little small. It's like a little small hat, and it doesn't have like a wide brim. It kind of just curls around the top.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. They sell those at H&M.
I need to see it again.
No, they don't. There's no way.
Wait, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I honestly don't. I can't have.
What do you mean?
It's
like
For some reason, why am I thinking of like that big ass Abraham Lincoln hat? I don't know why. I know it's not what you're talking about, but it's like what's in my head right now.
Oh, Kevin.
It has like the brim.
Oh, there it is, Kevin.
Oh,
there we go. Okay, so it's kind of
God
like
damn it, Kevin! I love it.
It's like
a Magic Guy's hat.
Shout out to Kevin.
What movie is that? Where they had like the little.
Clockwork Orange.
Is it? No.
I think they had bowler hats.
Inspector
Clockwork
Gadget.
Orange.
That too. That's two.
I never seen that.
No,
shit.
I
never seen it either.
Another movie. Oh, it's gonna kill me now. I can't. He said Clockwork Orange. He's like, Inspector Gadget.
He was like, yeah. I was like, I never seen it either.
You uncultured movie swine.
It's on Netflix, so
Every
you have
time
no
I try
excuse
to
not
talk
to
movies
watch
about
it.
him, he has no idea.
No, but
I don't watch movies.
No,
watch
Clockwork
zero
Orange is what
movies.
he's talking
I don't watch
about. It's on Netflix now. You
I've
need
seen
to
the
watch
long
But
it.
I know your favorite movie.
What's my
Oh.
favorite? Nice.
What's my favorite movie?
A Walk to Remember.
Actually, it's Twilight Part 2. No, it's
Are you
He
lying?
dressed like it right now, bro. He dressed like his
Hey,
favorite
for
movie is
Halloween, I
Twilight.
was a vampire, and let me tell you, Edward ain't got shit on me.
Damn.
Not you, Eddie.
Sexy
You,
ass,
yeah, but
man.
I'm Eddie. He's Edward. This
Hey, you
dude.
got fangs?
Edward.
Hey, where your fangs at?
Hey, you got fangs?
I used to have bad. Yeah, I used to have fangs, but they shaved them down. We're good.
They shaved him down.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what they do to you when you have pointy teeth.
Kevin,
I
here's
know that.
Kevin, here's a question. Would you want your friends to be 100% clear, honest with you, even if you know the truth will hurt you?
Ooh.
You got to give them an example, man. There's so many.
Okay, all right.
Like, all right, if you
that's what I
obviously, if
said.
your like girlfriend's cheating on you, you would want to know.
Oh,
that.
you
No.
have to know.
Okay, Kevin.
I'd be mad if you didn't tell me that. You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
Kevin. All right, how about this? All right, I'll ask you all this.
Okay.
Or no, actually, this is for Kevin. All right, Kevin, you don't want to go out this night, and let's just say, all right, act as if you're me, okay? All right, so I don't want to go out, right? But I have a girlfriend, and my girlfriend is cool with Eddie and Emilio, right? And I trust my girl, like she's gonna go out with Eddie and Emilio and whoever they're with, yeah, whatever, go have a good time, right? Now, she's at the club, some guy starts flirting with her, she starts like kind of feeling it, whatever it is, but nothing happens. Right? Nothing happens. They come back, and Eddie and Emilio are like, hey, bro, like, that was kind of sketch. Should we tell Assad? Mm-hmm. But it's over. Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
That's a good example,
right?
actually.
So,
it's a
Solid.
great
you guys-
example.
This sounds
actually.
very specific. Has this happened?
sorry,
Is this
Brian.
flashbacks?
It's never happened.
PTSD flashbacks?
I'm trying to think of something small.
No, honestly, it's a great example. That's a
So,
fantastic example.
so, Kevin, let's just say you were me. Would you want your boys to tell you that happened?
Yeah, because it can snowball into something bigger, and that's a bigger problem that I'd have to deal with later.
Jesus.
I would have rather known earlier.
Interesting.
Solid answer.
That's a great answer, Kevin.
Damn it, Kevin. It's too
That's why I
smart,
like
bro.
it.
I'm stumped. That's just a great example. That's a great answer, honestly. That's
Here's a
a
question, though.
good answer.
What if my girl is fine? Like, and it's just like, what? Like, you really? Let's just say your girl is just beautiful,
Okay.
and you expect your girl to just be like, to every dude.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I honestly get what you're coming at.
You
But at the
know
end
what
of the
I'm
day,
saying?
it's
in
like
a fucking
Look, man,
fantasy
I'm-
world, but it's not
But
gonna
here's what
happen.
I'm trying to say. Like, if I was dating somebody, right, and she goes out, like, and she's pretty, right? It's like in girls, I'm not trying to like make assumptions, but like girls, yeah, like attention, like it makes you feel, guys too.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
attention.
I think humans like attention. It's
Sure.
natural,
right?
you know?
So it's kind of like, all right, like, what do you expect? Do you expect your girl
Everyone
to be like,
flirts,
you're-
dude.
Exactly.
Everyone
It's
flirts.
like,
So,
what do you
okay,
expect?
like in a
What do you expect your
workplace?
girl to be like?
So where?
No,
okay,
wait, look. Every girl's got their work boyfriend, and every guy's got their work girlfriend.
okay,
exactly.
no. Okay, where? Okay, so you're
Hold
saying
on, before you
okay,
finish.
go ahead.
Did you know that it's a scientific? I don't want to quote the article because I can't give it specifically. But did you know that you perform better at work if you have either of those?
That makes sense.
If you're a
110%,
girl,
I agree
if
with
you're
you.
a girl, you perform better if you have a work husband.
Yeah, dude.
And
Yeah.
if you're a guy, you will perform better if you have
Just
a work
like
wife.
'Cause you're
sports,
excited to
like
go to
if
work.
I'm playing a sport and I see girls come by, I'm fucking
Oh,
going
you're-
X Games mode, bro.
X-
Going X Games.
X Games mode.
Yeah.
But okay. So
always
but
been
we're
the
talking
case.
about the club situation of what you gave to Kevin. So in
Sure.
club, where is the line crossed then for you guys?
That is the
That's the
question that
question.
you two would dictate.
That's okay. All right.
So, and it's obviously it's different for everybody, right? So, for example,
Tough,
here's
man.
so
I'm trying to be realistic.
So, okay,
but
so
honest
here's
at the
so
same
here's an
time.
example. I'll give you an example. Okay, so there's an example of two boundaries. I'm assuming you're talking about boundaries.
Yes, boundaries.
Okay, so boundaries.
Yes,
okay,
same,
boundaries.
yes.
So let's just say a boundary is all right. A dude comes up and talks to your girl, and she goes, "Hi, how are you?" and just like embraces it, right? A lot of dudes be like, "Yo, what the fuck you talking to that dude for?"
Yeah.
Right? Now, another boundary is like, okay, he buys you a drink and you accept it. Okay. Another boundary is like, okay, she dances with him. Like, all right, too much.
Too much.
That's a line. That could be the
exactly.
Look, I'm all about like, okay, let's be honest. Women like finesse males to get drinks. Like it's just the way it is. They know the game. They know they can get drinks out of a guy who seems a little bit clueless. They, you know what I'm saying? So like in that case, like I'd be like, I'm all about the hustle, man. Like get that free drink because they ain't coming out of our pocket.
That's true.
But like you said, though, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so like
get the drink.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, like he's talking to you. Be low key. Get us that drink and like. It is
so a lot of guys would be like, no, don't even embrace any dude that comes to you.
Well, that's insecurity then.
It's insecurity.
Yeah, like,
exactly.
It's just,
and at what point is it insecurity and not, right?
Like if I see her talking to him and like whatever, but once I see like if he starts touching her
or like dancing,
then I'm like, all right, stop. But if it's
conversation.
You know what? I mostly wouldn't look at him. I would look at her. I would see
for
how
sure.
she's talking.
100%.
For sure.
If she's making strong ass eye contact and laughing a lot, then okay.
But what if she's just like a very open-minded, like cool person, like extroverted?
Fuck that. No,
okay. But, that's a good point. We know where he's at now.
Insecure. I'm insecure.
All right, are you the jealous type?
I'm being like completely honest. Like I don't think I'm the jealous type, but I am a person to be like, if you cross a boundary, it's disrespect, and then I should feel some type of way, right? I have the right because I give the same respect to my future girlfriend to be like, hey, I wouldn't do that because I know how it's gonna make you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about how like how they like view it, I guess. Like I wouldn't cross the line. Like you know, I don't think.
What's the line? That's up to your girl.
Well, I think that you said like I think in that case, like if I was in a club situation in the club, I think the line would be like
just focus on her.
Yeah, like
just
I guess
give her the attention.
Yeah. Kevin, are you the jealous?
She deserves
type?
the attention.
Kevin, are you the jealous type?
Can't really answer that question.
It's tough because like what is jealous?
Goddamn.
I wouldn't know.
I think everyone's jealous. It's just
that's what I said. That's
it's just how you go about it, man. It's just how
I
you
think
go
there's
about
levels to it. I think
there is some
there's
like
a balance,
psychos,
right? There's a balance, right? So for example, like all right, a dude comes up to your girl and just starts talking to her, right? Yeah. Hey, how's your day going? A lot of guys will be like, yo, that guy's talking to my girl, like. Okay.
I would honestly view it and be like, okay, I just want to see how she reacts. Like,
so
I wouldn't
that's your
get
level
tripped out.
of jealousy.
Okay, what do you mean by that level of jealousy?
So, for example, like a jealous type, like, huh? Get on the shot.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
You nervous?
He's trying to leave the podcast.
Can we get like a hug? You need a hug?
Come here, bro.
Like, give him a hug, Todd.
I'm sorry. I'd rather be on Ellen. This is fucking.
I'm the new
This
Ellen.
is a downgrade in my life.
I don't treat my guests like shit,
I'm
Ellen.
happy to be here.
I don't treat my guests like garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Statement.
Huh? She's a
A
bitch.
Yeah, and she treats her she treats her.
I heard about that.
Right.
I did hear about that.
Ask Kevin how I treat him.
Kevin? Kevin's like, I hate you.
No, I can tell Kevin likes you. I can tell.
Yeah, you really could tell. Like, you can tell, like you said, by the eyes. The eye contact. That says everything.
Yes.
Bro,
And Kevin enjoys it.
Guys, since it's my first episode, I just want to talk a bit about Kevin real quick. So,
Shout out, Kevin.
all right, so I met Kevin through the dojo. I trained him for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So,
I didn't know that.
So here's what happened. So long story short, a shout out to John Giahi if you're listening. Before John, shout out to Pamela Giahi, right? So I met John, reaches out to me through DM, start training him. He says, "Hey man, I got a few friends." Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I got a few friends.
It's all wrong.
I heard cute. Wait, what?
Cute.
Never mind.
Said a few.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
John reaches out to me, I start training him. He's like, "Hey man, I got a few friends that are down to train." I was like, "Okay, cool, sounds good." He brings Kevin and he brings Kenji. Shout out to Kenji.
Kenji, I like that name.
Kenji,
I must say, I love that name.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if he's
I had a
Filipino.
friend named Kenji.
My ass.
Kenji, yeah, bro. Kenji's. Okay, yeah.
So
all right, I knew it was Filipino because Filipinos have really nice last names. But his last name's Ignacio.
Kenji Ignacio?
Yeah,
That's
bro.
Ignacio.
Doesn't that sound like a handsome? Doesn't sound like a handsome like soccer
That's
player?
not, like you just, that's a good one. I feel like you just rolls off the tongue. It just sounds so nice.
So let me finish the story. So I start getting close to Kevin, start reaching out to him, we start talking, I start rolling with him, Kenji, and then Kevin gets obsessed with training, like obsessed.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
I
Right?
definitely can see that.
Right? Kevin loves it.
Because you're training him because you're amazing.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Started working with him, showing him a few pointers, right? And then, hey, fuck you. And then I found out he does videography, editing, all that, and I'm like, and then I find this place through one of my mentors, Leche,
who's got great hair but not hair.
It is the best beard I've seen all day.
And then I'm like, Kevin, hey bro, I need some help with the podcast. He's like, bro, I got you, right? And then we started up, not knowing where it goes, and this dude is fucking killing it.
It's like a match made in heaven. It's like meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like,
me and Kevin, bro, and like, bro, we're in the heart of like the creative capital of the world.
Yeah, we are.
Right? And Kevin's like just getting his
LA,
foot in the
baby.
door, and this dude is murdering it, bro.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Killing it. So Kevin, I love you.
Shout out Kevin.
Thank you,
Round of
Kevin.
applause, Kevin.
I love Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. Like, for example,
I think I like Kevin more than you.
Hey, Kevin,
the Jamie to my Joe Rogan, right?
Oh,
for example,
sure.
right now we're trying to figure out what that hat is. Kevin goes,
Yeah, he literally shows the hat, and I have a visual of it, and now we have movie references to what the hat is because of Kevin.
Inspector Gadget.
Or, you know, the real movie.
No, Clockwork Orange.
Sorry, you gotta watch
Clockwork
it.
Orange.
You have to watch it, man.
Great movie.
It's a classic. You gotta watch it. I know you don't like movies, but like
he
it's a
doesn't like
classic.
movies. He
No,
really watch
no,
movies.
like you.
You know, I feel like
Don't. But okay, but why though? Why don't you like movies?
Okay, so
His attention span, he just can't sit there, which I respect, which is
No,
good.
no, that's good.
You're
That means
out doing things. You don't have time for movies.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing too much. Like,
That's right. That's a great answer. You're too
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes I feel like I'm like left behind because it's like everyone's like, "Yo, bro, like this," and they say like a reference to like a trend, like social media or whatever, and I'm like,
Yeah,
know
I
what
get
you're
you.
talking
It
about.
doesn't
Like,
help.
You see that
yeah.
meme or whatever, and I'm like, God damn, like.
But movies is like
movies-
talking
and I'm in-
movies with people is a good way to like really figure out like,
Yeah.
who they are.
I was just about. Yeah, that's a perfect example.
I could quote The Longest Yard line for line. but
You
it's
can. Dude, you really can. I remember this like in middle school, man. In middle school, you would be like, he broke in my nose.
Broke in my nose.
You
I think
always
he
say-
did it on purpose. Have you seen The Longest Yard?
Of course.
Of course.
What the fuck? Come on, dude.
Sure.
Oh man.
All right, so let's talk about. Okay, what's your favorite movie again? For real.
I don't know. I have a few. I
All
like
right, top three.
I like Goodfellas. I like Drive. I like Drive because it has a really good soundtrack.
Your favorite movie is Drive.
Really?
Oh, that's
Fuck,
awesome.
This is why I knew I liked
Ryan
it.
Gosling.
But yes, I love Drive. Ryan Gosling's dope as fuck in it. That's when it like that movie because he was like in Notebook and he was like this pretty boy like whatever. But when he made that movie, it was like, oh, this guy could like do other shit.
Yes.
And then that opened up a lot more
His
of
doors
movies for him.
Yeah. It did.
So that's when I'm like, I really like Ryan Gosling. But yeah, the movie has a dope soundtrack, and yeah, I like Vanilla Sky. I don't know. I like a lot of
Vanilla
movies.
Sky. Is
That's
that
with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz and Penelope Cruz.
What's your favorite movies? Top three, go.
All right, I would
Or
definitely.
top five if you can't do three.
I have to say Dark Knight is in there for me for action. I was obsessed with that movie when I was younger. Like I remember watching that.
Joaquin Phoenix. I'm sorry.
Stop it.
Not the best Joker.
Stop it.
It's the best Joker.
Not the
dude.
best Joker.
Stop
How
it.
could you possibly say that?
Stop.
He wasn't even the Joker.
We
in
went
the
over
movie.
this. They're two different
He
Jokers.
we've been over
We
this.
went over this.
Look,
Like,
I love Heath. And I love Jack Nicholson. I love Jack Nicholson.
Here's the problem, Emilio. He was
But
literally only
Joaquin
the Joker.
Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix was literally only the Joker for like 10 minutes of the movie.
yeah, he wasn't. He didn't even
Come
know who
on,
he
bro.
was.
He gave me
was
one
nothing
of
yet.
these, and he's just the best.
Look, don't get me wrong.
He
Joaquin
wasn't the
Phoenix
Joker.
is he did an amazing job. He's an amazing actor. He's one of my favorite actors.
Of course,
but
amazing
like
actor.
Asad said, he wasn't the Joker yet.
He wasn't the
How
Joker.
could you say he's the best like Joker
He
you've
was
seen if
not
he
the
really
Joker.
wasn't the Joker yet?
When did he fight Batman?
The
when
movie's
did
called
he,
The Joker.
When did he fight
The
Batman?
when he became
When
the
did he
Joker.
fight Batman?
When he
When-
became the Joker.
When did he fight Batman? When?
He
Who's
was talking
Batman?
to him to the fucking fence. There we go. He's talking a little baby Batman.
A little baby Batman.
Fight him.
Should have
When did he?
Batman.
When did he plot to
That
kill
was the
Batman?
time to just defeat Batman. Just get him.
He could have right then and there.
Great.
Little did he know he could have just defeated him right then and there. That's crazy.
Okay, so Dark Knight.
But Dark Knight, comedies goes back to Friday. I love that movie. I love every like mall movie, like Goodfellas, Casino. That's one of my favorites
Yeah.
for sure.
Scorsese, man.
Oh, he's amazing.
Man, I don't know what the fuck these two
See,
are
this is what
saying.
I'm saying. Fuck.
You gotta watch it, man. All of them, man. They're just classics. Like I
I've
can't
seen,
even put
I've
my
seen like 5 minutes of The Godfather.
So what happened
All right,
after the
look,
5 minutes?
I'm with you on that one. I would like to call myself a movie buff, but I can't because I haven't seen like all of the Godfathers,
Which is insane.
Shameful. I know.
There's like
Insane.
17 of them.
Insane.
There's
That's
3.
insane. There's only 3, but 2 of them
There's 3.
are
Haven't you
like
seen
the
all the
best
Harry
of the
Potters?
best.
There's like 9 of them.
There's
went
like
to 5 of
11.
them.
I think there's 11.
There's not 11.
There's
There's
11.
11.
I think
How
there
many
is.
Harry Potters are there?
All right, we need Harry
Kevin.
Potters.
How many Harry
I could have
Potters
swore
are there?
I heard someone say it was 11.
Dude, I think
guys, I
there's
can
8.
promise. I want to say
You're
there's
probably
7.
right. You're probably
I wanna
right.
say
But
there's
I
7.
don't know why. I thought I heard someone say.
I guarantee you 11 is wrong.
All right. All right.
Ooh.
All right. I'm wrong. Yeah, whatever.
This motherfucker said
I don't know why. I don't know why.
I'm
I thought
Slytherin,
11.
by the way.
All right, how about this? All right. Can you name all 8?
All right.
Fuck. I was gonna just say that I can't. All right, the first one
can't.
is.
I think I
God,
can.
I can't even
I
name the
think I
fucking
can.
All
first
right.
one.
This is
think
your
I
time to
can.
shine for
All right,
movies, Assad.
I got it.
I think I
All
can.
right,
I'm
so,
a movie fanatic.
Harry Potter 1.
2 and 3,
Show ass.
4,
No.
5.
Four, five,
Some-
six,
all
seven.
right,
What comes after
Sorcerer's
5?
Stone, right? Number
That's
1.
No.
That's
Yeah.
not number 1. Is
Yeah,
it?
something blah blah blah. Sorcerer's Stone, 100%.
Something blah blah blah. So
2
you don't know the whole
is,
title.
it's with the big ass
Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets.
Oh.
Yes. 3rd is
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh.
Yes. Don't fucking say that.
You
Is that
didn't
not
know.
4?
No.
See,
It's
you didn't
4
even
Goblet
know.
of Fire.
Goblet of Fire.
What's 5?
Deathly Hollows.
Oh.
Oh, Order of
I'm
the
so
Phoenix.
proud of
Order
you
of the
right
Phoenix.
now.
Order of the Phoenix. Order of the Phoenix.
it's not.
Yes, it is. That's 5.
Damn.
That's okay.
Kevin, pull this shit up.
Dennis-
Jesus
Dennis
Christ, what am I
Deathly
paying you for?
Hollows.
Jesus.
I don't know, dude. I can't even.
All right, I'm
I'm
gonna
not
do this
even
right now.
gonna
I'm
try.
gonna do this right now.
All
I'm gonna do
right,
this right now.
1 through 7.
Okay, all right. Number
or
1.
8? I
Number
don't
1,
remember.
Harry
Already.
Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Number
Okay.
2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Number 3, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Number 4, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
This is good.
Number
I'm telling
5,
you.
Harry
Alright.
Potter and the Order of Phoenix. Number
Okay.
6, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hollows.
Okay.
Number 7, Harry Potter and the fucking number 7.
You got stumped, bro. I was rooting for you here. You had it.
Kevin, pull that up.
You're stuck on number 7.
I'm stuck on 7.
So it's Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets.
Philosopher's Stone?
Sword.
Oh.
Wait,
Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of Phoenix, Half-Blood
Order
Prince,
of Phoenix.
Deathly
Half-Blood
Hollows, Part 1 and
Prince.
Oh, yeah, there's 2
Half-Blood
bars.
Prince.
Because I
No,
watched
wait.
part 1
Wait,
in
what is
theaters.
Philosopher's Stone?
No, no, it's not.
You mean
that.
Sorcerer's Stone?
Sorcerer's Stone.
Here it says Philosophers. It might be.
There's no
Wikipedia,
way.
though, so could be wrong.
That's bullshit, bro.
Falafel of Stone.
Bro, a fucking 5-year-old can go on Wikipedia and change that shit. Falafel Stone from Iran or something.
But yeah, I think the stone. I forgot what it does. I think it makes you immortal.
Yeah, Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, so it's wrong.
Okay.
know.
There you go.
Anyway, I'm not want to nerd out right now, but have you seen them?
I
Can
have,
you guys name
but
all
I'm
the?
going to be
Can you
honest.
guys name all the Fast and
I want
Furious?
to know what schools you guys are in.
I can't.
I think you seem like
I'm not in detail. Like I watched it when I was younger, like a lot, but like I haven't watched it lately, so I like can't be like, oh, I know the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. I'm still on Harry Potter. I think you would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
think you would. I thought you were talking about Fast and Furious.
No, I was talking about your Harry
okay,
Potter.
okay. You're aware of like the schools, right? Like and what like they
The 4
represent?
schools, right?
Yeah, so
I'm
there's-
pretty bad with.
go ahead.
I don't remember.
I think it's Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin,
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
Okay,
There's
so-
only 4.
okay,
correct?
okay.
I think there's like.
Okay, what does that
others,
mean?
But like
okay.
people like it's
Slytherin
like
means you're a
wax, they're
fake
not
ass
pulling-
motherfucker, eh?
No.
Slytherin means you're a goddamn snake.
It just
man.
means I'll do whatever I need to do to be on the fucking top. So that's why I'm
So-
Slytherin.
Oh, you're This guy is
Wow,
Slytherin.
you really are.
He's
No,
fucking,
you
look
really
at his
are.
look at his hair, bro. Snakes
him.
all and shit, bro.
Look at him.
Hey,
Look
Mouth
at him, bro.
Malfoy was
Slytherin.
the
You
Malfoy.
look like Draco Malfoy with black hair
My
and Mexican
and
And
nothing
Peruvian.
Like, yeah.
and nothing
I
like
got you.
Draco.
Nothing like him.
You are Hufflepuff.
I don't know. What is Hufflepuff?
That means you're smart.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, look, dude. Professor Snape. He was
I'm
Slytherin,
Gryffindor.
and he said
Everyone
he
says
fucking
I'm
he was
Gryffindor.
most clutch in the whole movie. He
I
was
would
most
say
clutch.
I'm
If you've
pretty
seen it, he was
clutch.
very clutch.
I think I'm a pretty clutch person. I would say so.
I
Would
would
you
say,
not?
I would say you're like a Ravenclaw.
What's a Ravenclaw?
So Ravenclaws are like they're like just like really like they're like intellects. They just are just like kind of just nerds.
It's fair.
Yeah, I would say that's about it. Gryffindor are like the brave.
What
like,
am I?
People.
Everyone says I'm Gryffindor.
You're a bitch.
Well then, nice.
Gryffindor. I wouldn't say you're Gryffindor. I would say
Everyone says I'm Gryffindor.
I wish I can help you here. I don't.
I wouldn't say you're
can't.
Gryffindor.
My ex said I'm Gryffindor.
Who's your ex? Let's get into
about
that.
To
What
be-
happened? What happened? How'd it end?
Hey,
Worry about it.
hey, stay tuned.
Cut the
Anyways,
goddamn.
I would say you are Ravenclaw too.
What?
Yeah, I'm Ravenclaw.
Honestly, gonna blame us on this one.
This guy was.
That's how they did it in the movie. There's a hat, but what if there's just like a wizard who could?
Bro, this is the hat.
It's just a no.
Oh man.
That's funny.
All right, here's a question. What's Kevin?
You can answer that.
Let Kevin answer that.
Or Kevin.
No, Kevin can't answer. Kevin, put the goddamn hat on.
Just yeah, where's the bowler hat?
No, Kevin.
Bowler
Kevin.
hat.
Kevin's
I
for
can't even
sure
remember.
Hufflepuff. Because he's a sweet guy.
Dude.
Okay.
No, you're not Hufflepuff. Nobody ever wants to be Hufflepuff.
Why?
Why
What's
not?
wrong with
Nobody
that?
ever wants to be Hufflepuff. Because
That's
look
a
at the
Slytherin
name.
thing to say.
Hufflepuff. Who the fuck wants to be Hufflepuff?
Okay,
Him, bro.
A puff. You're a puff.
Okay. What is
Nah, he's a
what's the
little
quality
puff.
of that again? What's the quality of that again? What's the quality of a Hufflepuff? Is that
All right,
what
just
it-
look at Kevin, bro. Hufflepuff.
Okay, I don't. But I need it. Like, what is this?
I don't even know what their mascot is.
All right, if you want to be honest with you, I didn't.
I don't even know
only
what the
got
fuck
up
it
to
is.
like Harry Potter 4, so
Yeah.
fucking no. Or 5.
I don't know.
But you know them all. That's pretty interesting.
I don't know them all. I got them wrong.
But you were pretty close.
Enough about Harry Potter.
Enough about Harry Potter. Yeah, we can.
Okay,
move
we're
from
on
this.
this-
So Star Wars.
No. Okay, so we're on this cultural move right here. So now we gotta move to the music side of it because we're all very music influenced people. So let me say this real quick.
I'm not.
He's not. He has like 10 songs in his library.
No. Assad goes back when we were in.
Slipknot.
That's fine.
And
When we
then,
were
like,
in middle
Bruno
school,
Mars.
he was. But like the way you listen to Slipknot, the way how much of a fan you were was like you were that fan.
Yeah, I can probably say every word.
I'm glad you like
That's
Slipknot,
awesome.
though.
I
That's
think
cool.
I think
I'm
that's
glad you like
actually
Slipknot.
really
That like
cool.
saves you.
Thank you.
That does like very heavily.
Motherfuckers my chest.
Slipknot's weird. So all right, so
Like how did that happen? Do you remember the first
Sure.
time you heard them?
yeah, I do. So here's what happened. So I was best friends in elementary school with.
You get
I was
together over there.
I was best friends in elementary school
my
with
other
this
one?
guy, Austin. You guys remember Austin Cook?
Austin Cook?
Yes.
Of course
All
I
right,
do.
he got into, and I forgot who it was, but and then Dylan Marquez, and I got
Shout
into
out
it.
Dylan.
Shout out to Dylan.
Shout out to Dylan.
Hey, Rock Pile, right?
Rockpile.
Shout out Rock
I
Pile.
love
Shout
that
out
album.
Rockpile, everybody.
Punk rock.
Punk rock is
And so check this out. Do you guys remember back in the day when you used to call someone instead of you could put a song?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Oh, it was a song.
It was a song,
Oh, that's
Right?
that's awesome, man.
and it was
I'm actually jacked.
it was
No way. This is your story of.
this is my story. It was
That makes sense.
It was Left Behind by Slipknot, right off of their Iowa album, and I was like, whoa, no bad mate, right? And so I got into them.
Your life just changed
that's,
right there.
that's so true.
Funny
Oh my
story.
gosh.
Funny story. Hear me out, guys. So, we're on the phone, right? And I was like, Austin, I don't have an iPod. I don't have anything. My brother's on the computer. Okay, can you do me a favor?
anything.
Can you do me a favor? He was like, yeah, sure. Okay, can you go to your computer and put your phone at the speaker so I can listen to this song?
Oh man.
And he did it,
Shout out to Austin Cook for that.
right? So anyway, so Slipknot. I'll kind of get into it. So, I love them, and it's so funny why, right? Like people when you meet me, people are like everyone
I would
gets
never-
thrown
I would
off.
never guess.
I would never guess in a million
Every
years that you love
single
Slipknot.
person
I would,
says that.
I would say you listen to Bruno Mars. I would say that song.
I love Bruno Mars.
I would
Yeah.
say you like.
I would say you.
What if I told you my favorite
Maybe
album
your
was
like favorite like band is like White Snake. Never heard of it. That's as
I'm
far
trying
as
to.
it
I'm
goes.
trying to go. I'm
Classic
trying to really
rock.
think of like the
bit
farthest
of a
rock
diss,
would
I'm
be
just
him. I can't even think of anything that
Would you
be,
even
like, a side.
fathom the idea of Slipknot?
No,
No.
not at all. I told.
Okay.
I remember when you told me like. No, I remember hearing it when we used to hang out with like Scott Carnine in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And you like played it. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what are you playing?
Really? So I
didn't
got you
know.
into it?
You showed me like Slipknot before anybody.
way.
I remember. Like I remember those.
Slipknot, I absolutely love them, and I think here's what threw me off is that okay, like I would consider myself like this like like fun-loving guy, like going around like positivity.
Debatable.
For sure.
Debatable, okay, sure. Not fun-loving, but like just
No, very
positive. Try to be
very
funny.
outgoing.
you're very
for
fun-loving.
sure, outgoing.
I love you
So,
and you're fun. You're
thanks.
fun-loving.
So I think when I got into it, I was like why do I like this? And
'Cause it's dark music.
because they're crazy, like they're psychos.
Do you-
when
so-
they're on stage.
Okay.
And that's when I realized, like, oh, I think I have a really fucking crazy side of me.
Which fighting came along.
Which-
Then
That's
fighting
what
came
brings
down
on
the road.
fighting, right?
Yes.
And what's up, brother? You good? Okay. All right, cool. And then I was like, okay, like this is pretty wild, like, and then What
They
else?
just scared the shit out of me. Like Slipknot.
they
Like
scare you?
like when you were
Their
younger.
fucking masks were terrifying when I was.
Their
little.
masks were pretty hardcore, which is why I thought it was cool.
I got into them later, like in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say later too, because like I couldn't handle it. You're like that's a good example because, excuse me, I just thought it was so like I mean I'm a young kid like when I first heard it I'm just like I didn't really like, listen to music like that even to begin with when I was younger. I got into music heavily when I got a little bit older, like in high school. So like me in the middle school, I was just like sports this, sports that, you know, like sports.
Because of me, I put them on.
So
You put him on sports?
No, music. I put you on a lot of music.
that's you put me on some music, sure, but like you can't say you put me on music. I
didn't
know
say
who put me on music.
All right, who put you on music?
Put me on music was my
That's
aunt.
That's a dumb question.
No, it's fair.
Everyone puts himself on music.
No, well, I'm saying like
Who
a
showed
good
me?
part of
Yeah.
their
What kind of
taste.
music
I can
is
tell you.
different.
Yeah, I can tell you
Everyone
kind of
finds
music.
their own music.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, my whole rap side came from my aunt and my dad, and then my whole rock side came from my mom's boyfriend. Like, it was all because of him. Like, when I got into classic rock, the rock world was all because of him. And then, like, sure, you showed me bands through the way, like, for sure. But you didn't put me on any certain genre.
So if you really look into Slipknot, right? It's very easy to just assume that it's like devil music, like bad, like. But if you really look into the lyrics, it's actually the opposite. It's actually just about like diving into yourself, like what you're thinking, why you do certain things, and just like kind of conquering or just dabbling with the inner you. Because I think everyone has a psycho side, like a crazy psycho side that no one embraces, and I think that's why the world is.
I want to see your psycho side.
You've seen my psycho side.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
I like no.
Yeah, fighting enough is a psycho side, if you ask me.
Yeah, bro. I love fighting.
Yeah,
I love
that's
getting hit in
enough.
the face. Like, that's
Yeah,
my.
that's a psycho side.
Like, dude, honestly, like you're the most like consistent guy I know. Like as far as like attitude and like vibe and whatever, like you're always
you're
the
pretty.
same.
You're very
Thank
consistent.
You. Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
like
for
you're
sure.
you're like not a moody person at all. So yeah,
Which is
I've
weird
never-
sometimes. Because I'm like, everyone
Yeah,
has
like-
some type of mood, but you don't
You're like
show
a
it.
robot. I'm just kidding.
You know what, man?
Robot in a good way.
Yeah, I'm not down it. I'm like jealous in a way. Because like when I'm in a mood, like it's obvious. But
No,
like for you could be in a mood.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Yeah, with Eddie, it's like I see
Yeah.
him. He'll be quiet, and I'll give him his space.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's just what it is.
So there's actually pros and cons to that, right? The pros are obviously like you won't have to deal with any drama that like you bring because based on your mood or whatever, and also the cons are no one will know when you're hurting. Like no one will know when you're going through shit. You know?
Yeah,
and
'cause you
that's
mask it very well.
Yeah. So and I do. I find myself masking it very well.
Well, that's everybody, man. Everything is a mask.
Sure, exactly.
Sure. But
And I think
some
I
mask
was-
is more in depth than others, though.
Yeah,
which is what.
100%. And I
Yeah.
think what happened was
Sociopath.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think yes, everyone has a mask, but I think that is the best way like I operate like in life. When I show up to life, there's a way you show up with yourself and the way you show up to life, right? They're two different things.
And with others.
And with others. Life, that's including others. And I think for me, when I show up with myself, it's very brute and honest and could get dark.
Yeah.
It could get frustrating. It could get sad. It could get happy. It could get all of the above, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then there's a way you show up to life with others.
Yeah.
And I think for me is from a young age,
Mm-hmm.
without, I guess, without even realizing, I separated the two,
Yeah.
right? Meaning, okay, this is me, Assad, Assad, whatever. And I got to show up with my friends a certain way. I got to show up with my friends.
Sure,
And that's
'cause you
where
know you
I
have
got
an
on,
expectation.
and that's when I got into all of these, these cons, and they started to weigh on me in my adult life. Where it's like, why am I'm showing up to life a different dude? Like I'm
Yeah,
performing.
you're not being Assad,
I felt like
really.
I was performing for you guys. For example, like the little shit, like being dishonest, like oh my aunt
Yeah.
said at the house or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like no, like show up genuinely. And when I started to do that, right? When I started to show up. Like, for example, I won't show up if I'm in a mood, right? I'm not going to be like, all right, man, I'm in a mood. Like, I'm out of there. Like, I'm not in a good mood. But for now, it's like, all right, no, like Eddie, like, or Emilio, like, yeah, bro, I'm pretty fucking mad right now. I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm cool, we're fine, right? But I'm just letting you know,
But like
I'm
you've
mad.
never said that to me.
Exactly.
Which
right?
is which is your point.
And I'm sure that's weird, you guys hearing that
But
right
then
now.
again, we don't hang out as like much as we used to. So like
We don't.
Yeah. So like, but we don't need to. Like,
don't need to.
Yeah,
No.
we don't need to.
No.
But
We're adults now.
So like I'm trying to think if like I don't know if like I was your roommate, like what I mean I think I would see it. I mean you're living with somebody, you're gonna see sides.
You for
of
sure
it.
see it. Yeah.
That- especially not only you live with a person, but you know him like more than
Yeah.
any other person, really. You know.
Well, yeah. So no, I agree with you guys, And I think for
Even,
me,
but sorry to cut you off, but even then, I still feel like I would still like just keep shit like low key.
I don't know. That's a great point. You said
like, bro, like I'll be in my room, I'll be a different person, but like as soon as I
Yeah.
come out in the living room where I see Assad or you guys, like I would just put.
But that's a good point, though.
Put the
Like,
mask
you
on.
just made a great point with a roommate, though. Like, roommates, like, having a roommate and having a best furniture roommate is, like, a different world of, things you got to deal with that you're not used to.
I'm trying to think. If we live together, like, okay, so it exposes people. You really don't know each other until you live with them, right?
Yeah, that's
And
facts.
I think personally for me, I've always said this to Emilio and you, and I think for me personally, I'd much rather prefer to live alone. And the reason is
Same.
because
I'd rather live alone too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
and I think the reason is because why even take that risk? And I understand financially how it would be
Yeah,
cool,
you was
like
about
you
to
know.
say, financially
But the
is-
problem is like I've seen this with everyone.
It's
I've
just the idea with like hanging out with your bros, you live together, you hang out, whatever,
And
you
it's
motivate
great.
each other. But as much as I mean, well, it might work because like
It
one,
could,
you
I'm
probably
telling you.
would never be home. So like the main thing, I'm trying to be like specific and
Yeah.
realistic here. If I actually lived with you, you would never be home.
Yeah,
right. You'd be doing your thing. So what would work is just I'm on time with payments and
Exactly.
vice versa and whatever. As long as we're doing shit around the house.
I'm yeah. as long
I'm
as-
like I tell us all the time, like you guys come into my like you guys been in my room, whatever. Like I'm messy. I'm a messy person, but
yeah.
I'm telling you, when I am around,
No, I know
people,
you are. I've seen it.
I am clean. I'll clean up. I'm responsible.
Yes, which
Yeah.
that was what I was getting to. Is like that's never the problem with that. Like, I don't ever see you guys being this. Like I've had like quite a bit of roommates when I was in the military. Like I had roommates I had one who was super like a slob. It was disgusting. Like I had one of my closest friends over there, my roommate. Like I've had every bit of it. And at the end of the day, as long as you guys know the commonality of like what the goal is as roommates, and you guys handle that objective, then everything is just gravy. It really is.
Right.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I'm very big on like just the aesthetic of how my place looks and how it runs.
Mm-hmm.
And like for example, like okay, when I come home, like yeah, that plant is there.
Yeah.
Or like I left my shit here, and
Mm-hmm.
I also don't want to have to worry. Like I know you guys wouldn't care, but if I left my dishes in the sink, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to think about like, oh shit, like Eddie and Emilio saw my dishes in the sink. Like
Yeah.
this is my problem, right? First, like me and Donovan were talking about this a few days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and Donovan goes like, I don't want to have to worry about like if I left some shit like at home, right? Like I don't want to have to worry like, oh, my roommate's gonna come home and see it. Like it's
Yeah,
my space.
no, I get that.
And that's just me personally.
No, I totally get
and
that.
And also for me, I just know. I don't. It's not more that I don't trust you guys. It's that I don't trust myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm just gonna let things be, let things slide. Of like,
Yeah.
like because I know things probably might get to me. Like, all right, cool. Like Eddie, like, or Emilio, like, oh, if they did something, like, I'm not trying to think of like what specifically, but it's
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know. I can't give you pinpoints specifically what it would be, but
Yeah.
it could be a hindrance to our friendship.
Uh-huh.
Pros and cons. Dude.
Pros and cons,
I
sure.
mean, I think
No, and
I
it's
think
like
a big pro is like you have that backbone. Like at
Backbone,
the end
I
of the
love
day,
it.
if like
You had that comfort. Comfort
right,
is
right.
what I
If
also
like one
think
of us are whatever feeling like kind of sad or whatever, like I think
Hell yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you'll notice that, and then
Yeah.
Like I get it. I'll make sure. Again, like you know me enough to like. Sometimes I want my space, but like you care enough to make sure I'm good. I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm good. I just
Yeah.
need myself to my time. Be like, all right,
I
cool.
mean, if we
We're
live
good.
together, we can't leave, so might as well
Exactly.
talk about it.
I think,
Exactly.
yeah, and I love that. And
Yeah.
So that's cool. It's like
Yeah.
we would all be our own therapist.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
then it would help in the long run. Like
yeah,
for
no,
sure.
I agree with you guys, and I think that's one thing that like not to get like mushy, but like I'm so fucking grateful for is that I have one. Like I know there's a few people, but I'll just give you two for example. I have two people in my life, Eddie and Emilio, that like I could be my most genuine, vulnerable self to, like, and it's like fuck, like literally my therapist, like,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah, bro.
so the world in right now, I genuinely think is craving. Let's just be real. It's intimacy. It's like the world is especially men personally, right? Men, I see a lot of like anger, hostility, built up blockages in their selves about like letting
toxic
energy out.
masculinity.
Toxic
Toxic
masculinity.
good
like,
word,
I
yeah.
could literally go to you both, and you guys could go to me too, and we do to each other, all three.
Yeah,
but it's like, bro, we
exactly.
can show up and
Exactly.
embrace our emotions, embrace who we are, right?
Yeah.
And it's like in the world right now in 2020, like with people I see,
Yeah.
it's like it's lacking in it so much, and I think that's why the world is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like people are so caught up in their own heads of like this is what I'm thinking, and like no one will understand or no one really cares.
Yeah,
Like,
some people really don't have people to talk to.
They
like,
don't.
they
Yeah,
don't.
and it shows.
They don't have
not.
that advice, so that just leads to more mistakes. You gotta have people to be there for you and give you advice. or,
Exactly,
like,
and hear
Yeah.
you out, right? For example, I see it here, and no offense, right? But like
Yeah.
to where I'm at, and I'm so grateful for where I'm at right now in downtown LA, right?
Yeah,
But
beautiful
we're
place.
known to be, superficial, and you've been in LA for a long period of your adult life, like, and
Yeah, I went
it's-
to school, yeah.
Yeah, you went to school here, and it's like you see, and I've heard
Shout out LA
stories-
Film.
Shout out LA Film School, and it's like you see, and
Right.
Kevin. We'll get into it as well. It's like we're in the most superficial place of like, no, I'm gonna get mine. Like, like
Yeah, that's
fake,
perfect example
built on
right there.
relationships,
Yeah.
and like
you just
do
have
you
to
ha-
know where you are here.
do you truly care?
Right.
And I think it's so important to, once again, coming back full circle, to have people that you can just be like, yo, man, like, I'll be honest, like, how many guys, right, can go to their bros and be like, hey, dude, I'm sad.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest with you. I
Without
don't know
being
why, but I'm
judged
just-
or
without being
something,
judged,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I
And
think,
like get in depth. Like when we talk, we get in fucking depth.
bro. Like
Yeah,
we get
there's
into
deep.
like
Look at everything.
why we got into this certain thing. Like
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
do you think that you think this way?
Yeah.
Why do you think that you did this?
Because there's so
this
many
way?
answers
And
you
we're,
don't know
and
about
we're
it.
honest with each other. We don't
Yeah.
sugarcoat
No,
shit.
dude.
We're
No.
you got to be honest.
You have
So
to be.
honest.
So if you're giving your friend advice, be honest.
And you know what?
I agree.
You know what I would give, not necessarily advice. I'm not one to give advice, but it's like to see who your true friends are. Like if you go to the people that you think you're close with and you just be vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
Without fear of consequence, and you just see how they respond, right?
Yeah.
You see how they go, like, if they bring it back to themselves. Like I've noticed this about like recently, right? If someone says, like, for example, if you said something to me or if you asked something to me, right? Oh, well, that happened to me too.
Yeah.
And I did this. That's not like you
That's
guys.
not the point.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Exactly.
When I tell you guys something, you guys are meeting me where I'm at. Right? I think that is so important for anybody listening,
Yeah.
right? Meeting people where they're at. Where,
Yeah.
you guys do this with me, where it's like, all right, I'll be honest with you guys, like, this is what happened to me, right? And you guys will mentally, it's literally empathy, right? You guys will go there with me. Like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, like, okay, so you went here. Why do you think you did this when you went there?
Exactly.
Whereas, like, you
Perfect
guys aren't
example.
going to be like, whereas you guys, for example, when we went to Newport and we were just talking, I told you about the retreat and where I was and how I was doing. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't scared of, like, what you guys were going to say, right?
No, exactly.
And,
You shouldn't be.
and I shouldn't be.
exactly,
Right?
you shouldn't
But a lot
be.
of people are.
Yeah, yeah, you're 100% right. People
Yeah.
are.
And
Yeah,
I
that
think,
judgment.
But you
that
just
judgment.
made a great example though when you said like when you're talking to us or like asking and people like tend to like refrain to like well my like me.
Yeah.
You just said it like it's not about me like you're
There's-
coming to me. I'm talking about you right now.
yeah, absolutely.
So
And
people
there's-
have that misconstruing of
But the
being
judgment,
like,
like he said,
The
like
judgment,
he wasn't
that's
afraid to
what it
tell
is.
us. But like
Exactly.
I would say a lot of people are like afraid to open up. Just
there's this
Yeah.
just
concept
for
of,
that judgment.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, it
exactly.
doesn't.
There's this concept of, and I learned it. It's called giving and taking time, right? And I don't want to completely get into like the specifics of it, but for example, like you meeting me where I'm at, like,
Yeah.
all right, Assad, like, all right, let me try to be there where you're at, right? That's you giving your energy and time
Yes.
to me,
Yeah.
right? Whereas you making it about yourself, that's you taking time.
It takes everything away
It
from what
takes
you just
everything to
said.
yeah, exactly. It's
Exactly.
called giving and taking. Are
I
you
agree.
taking from the room or giving?
Exactly.
Right? And one thing I've noticed from you two is that you give. Like when we're together, it's like you guys give to the whether it's not even about me or the energy, like whatever it is,
Yeah.
right? For example, right now, like the podcast, right? All of us are giving to, the episode,
Yeah, the
right?
podcast.
Whereas a lot of people at least I see it, right? A lot of people are like taking, meaning like, oh, this happened to me, I did this, I do this, right? And
Yeah, people are full of shit.
yeah, and I think
Hey, people, look at yourself in the mirror tonight.
We're
and
cool
humble
here.
yourself.
The people in this room are cool.
yeah. And I just think, coming back full circle, I'm just super grateful. And I think one thing that's another reason, one of the main reasons I started this podcast, right, is like I was seeing so many people not go there.
Yeah.
And what I mean, me and you have
On your podcast, you're saying?
go there, meaning like go to those depths
Right.
of that are necessary. I think a lot
Well,
of
I mean, just in their defense, like you're still kind. I mean, well,
no, not with me.
Oh,
I'm saying in general in life.
Oh, in life,
right?
right.
Like
Yeah.
with people. And I was like, I want to make a platform where I can go there with people.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Which you definitely do.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm yeah. And I'm like,
yeah, like you on your birthday, Assad made it like his mission to just
Yeah.
go up to everybody and just like talk about life, and that's what I like about Assad.
Yes.
He as much as he's a fun-loving guy and he likes to have fun and whatever, he likes to like really get to know people, and this is why he needs to have a podcast.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him the perfect.
Yeah, I remember like hearing it for the first time. I was just like, that makes so much sense. Like, why didn't this happen earlier? Like,
Every time I look at the side, he was just like with this, like somebody just like,
yeah. You know, and like one thing about you that you give, like you give true, like not only like love to the people you talk to, but you give true like I'm paying attention. Like I'm listening to every word, every detail, every emotion you give. And that's not easy. People don't do that. Like very few people do that.
Thank you. I appreciate
yeah, and like I've got like we get deep all the time, and I would say like only a few people in this world really know who I am, and like there's two sitting next to me. But yeah, you give me that that comfort.
And how important is that to people? You know, you need that.
Yeah,
you do.
And I think it's so you know, once again coming back, you know, so grateful that I have you guys, and it's like if there's one thing that I would kind of try to give is, number one, obviously have, even if I don't necessarily know you, right, but give them that place to just be free.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And people, you know, the world is lacking in it because people, and I've been victim to it before of performing, right?
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, whether you can blame it on, you know, society, capitalism, America, whatever it is. I have to do this to be this person.
It's all status
Whereas
quo and
the
all that.
more important thing is to be this person.
People try to feed their ego, not their soul.
Exactly. Oh, I love it.
Retweet.
And when you try to, there's a difference between doing something to be something. But what people need to realize that if you switch those, if you be something, and then when you are that person, then you do, the world becomes so much more real. Colors become more saturated. Relationships get more deep. Connections become more genuine and easy to come by. Right? Things start falling into place. And, you know, I'm in a point in my life where things are starting to fall into place. Right? And it's because I'm just showing up and being Assad. Right? Like, for example, when I went to that dinner with you guys after the retreat I went on, it's like, no, I was being what I was thinking in that moment, right? A lot of people think like, okay, I need to say this so that my friends could respond this way.
Would you have had that talk with like, I don't know, let's say just someone like kind of an acquaintance? Like,
Yeah.
would you have
So
told them what you told us?
Yeah, now I would,
yeah,
right?
because you're an open guy.
Yeah, now
I'm an open
exactly.
dude.
You said now you would because you understand it.
Now
better,
I would, right?
like,
For example, like in regards to like Kevin, right? It's like, okay, like I met Kevin, and I genuinely thought like, okay, like here we are in this moment, right, where we can. I wasn't trying to get necessarily. I'll be honest with you. I was trying to get Kevin's knowledge. Of how to work this thing, right? But I was being in the moment of like, okay, what is this going to do for both of us, right? And I was being in the present moment, and I thought like, yeah, literally this is a win-win for both of us, right? And I think that's why it's working so well, right? Because we're just being, like whatever we're doing, we're in the moment doing what we got to do, right? Because we're coming from a place of giving, not from taking, right? Like I'm not like telling Kevin like to do this because like, oh, just do my shit, right? And he's not using me like for like this opportunity, whatever it is, right? Even though it might seem that way, we're showing up for each other. Right? And I think so. Thank you. Right? And I think
Shout out Kevin.
Shout out Kevin. And I think people like. So to answer your question, I would do it obviously not on as deep of a level with you guys, right? Like I'm not gonna try to dive into I'm not trying to psychoanalyze someone I met on the street, right? But in general, like me just showing up, man, meeting people where they're at. Like if someone is mad or angry or sad or like just meet them where they're at, dude. Like, you know, it's like
just listen.
Listen, right?
Just
be
listen.
in the moment. Like, you know, like people, you know, there's this concept of like, you know, doing like thinking of like, okay, I gotta, you know, I'm feeling this kind of way, therefore I am this way, right? I'm sad. Let's just say I'm sad, right? It's very easy to say I'm sad, right? But have you ever thought that like, okay, who is the person that's sad? Right? Like for example, like who is the person that's angry? Who is the person that's walking down the street, right? Like if you look in the mirror, I read this book right now called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer, and it's I love reading.
Hey,
so
shout out to reading.
you look in the mirror, right? You look in the mirror, and you say, who do you see? Like you see Eddie, right? But have you ever thought like, No,
I see
I'm
a
not.
nice leather jacket.
See a nice leather jacket. Have you ever thought? Have you ever thought like who is the person seeing Eddie?
I haven't actually. No.
Think about that.
What was the question?
Like, have you ever looked in the mirror and be like, okay, this is me? But have you ever thought who is the person looking at you?
Sure. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
If you listen to that person more, right, life becomes effortless.
Yeah. Sometimes
It does.
looking in the mirror is weird. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
You're like,
Yeah.
who like, yeah, exactly.
Like a mime.
No, that's exactly it. Like you have like two different mind frames. Like you want to be this person, but then it's like who you really are, and then you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, whoa, like then you're like tossed up. Then you're like, then reality hits you. It's like, no, this
You
is
gotta
who you are.
find the
But
balance.
there's different ways to look at everything.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I mean, I guess coming back full circle in regards to like, you know, our friendship and people. If there's one thing that I could give people in this podcast is try to find those connections with people, and if you could test them, right? Be vulnerable, and if you don't get the response that you want, maybe you should check who you're around.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
You know, when
Cut
you
'em
do
off.
that, cut them off. When
Cut
you
those
do that,
motherfuckers
for
off.
example, me and you, I'll bring this up. Me, and we've all three of us talked about. I don't want to bring up specifics in regards to like people, but we talked about, you know, a lot of, you know, us, right? We were in certain groups.
And life changes.
Solely and life changes. We were in those groups solely for the sake of history.
Right.
Right? Meaning we were like, okay, these are just our friends. In our heads, we solidified them as our friends. Therefore, I have to stick with them.
Yeah.
Right?
But you don't.
But you don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
evolve.
you can. It's all,
And
there's
I'm so
always love there,
grateful.
whatever. You
Yeah.
know, I'm loyal to that point, but and
Yeah.
I'm sure you know you guys are nice guys and you guys are loyal too. But you just gotta continue on with life. Turn the page.
And I'm so grateful that, you know, luckily we overcome that hurdle. And who knows, life could change, right?
Yeah,
But
things change all the time.
Things change, but in general, a lot of people, when you show up, you know, and you start to realize like where I'm at, what I'm doing in life, and the people around you aren't, you know, suiting you, it's very okay to be like, hey guys, with all due respect, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know?
Like exactly. Like you honestly, in the end of the day, you're actually giving them like the full respect and the closure. Like you're not just ghosting, you're just like, hey, like, you know,
in
it's
different
just exactly, that's the perfect word. Like you're just in different places in life. We're in different goals, you have different mindsets. So you just gotta go forward. Like what Emilio said, you just gotta move on sometimes. You gotta turn the page.
Absolutely.
You gotta turn the
I
page.
definitely learned a lot about this year.
Yeah, this year is
Yeah,
been
especially
this
this year.
yeah, exactly. I think
Because we
people's-
all had so much time to ourselves.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm
Think
really
about
excited to
everything.
whenever normal, whatever that is after, like to see how people really are. Because I
Yeah.
do feel like a lot of people are in the same boat as us and like reflecting life and like seeing things in like an introspective way. And like, you know what, like maybe I'm doing this because of this reason, or I'm doing this because of this reason. Instead of just doing things for yourself and like loving yourself and like giving yourself satisfaction, and then you just go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree
So
with you.
that's what I'm really hoping
Yeah,
that we
it
get
will
all
be
get out of this.
interesting.
I'm really excited to go back to Vegas in the club.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, that too. You know, sorry.
Right.
Vegas.
But yeah, if there's something that I could come back full circle in regards to this episode
Yeah.
is, you know, finding those connections with people, being grateful for the people around you. If you
Open
do
up.
have the privilege
Open
of
up.
opening up to people,
Don't keep it bottled in.
and just meet people where they're at. You know,
Yeah.
and disregard where you're at. You know, meet people. Start to give, not to take.
Get a good
time.
hat.
And
Get a good hat.
people, and then maybe
Get a
you'll be
cool
on
shirt. Get
Gryffindor
cool
like me.
tattoos.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys,
do
Eddie,
it.
Emilio. I love you both.
Love you too.
Love you
All
too,
right, man.
man.
I'll
It was fantastic.
Wow.
Great day, man.
I'll see you later.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Kevin. First episode down.
Shout out to Kevin.
Woo! Shout out
Let's
Kevin.
go, baby.
Love you, Mom.